Amanda. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to hang out with me. Today's video, we are recapping March's Shop My Stash, and not gonna lie, I did very poor using my March Shop My Stash this month. So I think with this video, I'm gonna do like a get ready with me, giving you guys my first impressions on some of the products that I did pick out that were in my stash. So I'll link that video for reference. I don't know, I was so focused on using my Project Pan products in March. Usually I like to pair my Project Pan items with my Shop My Stash items, but I was just reaching for my Project Pan ones a little bit more. I did pan a couple of items. I have a first Project Pan update coming up soon. I'm really excited to share that update with you guys. I also will be adding some new products that are gonna be taking its place. And I guess it just got me motivated of just going through and using up some product that I just really wasn't reaching for what I had picked up from my stash. But it's okay, and I hope you guys enjoy the style. I know this was kind of requested from my February recap of doing a look with the products. So yeah, we're gonna see how this works out. Definitely let me know in the comments how you like the style. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's create a look. For primer, I'm gonna go in with the Farsali liquid glass. I don't know, Farsali products just don't really work out for me. I don't know how much serum that I need. It doesn't like to spread. It's not a very viscous primer. Yeah, I'm gonna need more for my head. Especially with my dry skin. I'm gonna need a little bit more than a little bit less. It has a funky smell to it, or is that just mine? I think this could be used as both a skincare and a makeup item. Oh, I probably should have gone in with an actual primer and then this, because it has hyaluronic acid in it, and hyaluronic acid, you get the most benefits when you already have like a layer on before. I decided to pull out the brow products that I had originally in my February Shop My Stash. I'm gonna take the pencil to outline my brows. My brows are looking very ratchet. I don't have tweezers because I'm always very tempted to pluck these stray hairs. And then I'm gonna take the Brow Gal Instant Brow Hair Gel to comb through, kind of like if I was pairing my ABH Brow Wiz with my ColourPop Tinted Brow Gel. I shouldn't talk and do my brows at the same time because I'm just setting myself up for failure. I saw a post on Facebook. How do people do their base makeup and then their eye makeup? They must be a special gift from hell. That's how I do my makeup, and I just feel starting off with the base and then going into your eyes, it just turns out so much better. But that could just be preference at that point, which I'm pretty sure it is. For the longest time, I used to do my eyes and then face makeup. Up until, I think it might have been like a year and a half ago is when I started switching it up. I don't know what really made me decide to do the switch. I just kind of switched. There was no reasoning behind it. I just thought it was funny. It made me chuckle, and I would love to know, do you guys do your base makeup first or your eyes first? I feel like this brow pencil is just super thick. I mean, it gets the job done, and I am running low on brow products. Ooh, this is nice though. Even in the areas that I have like no hair around my tail area, I feel like it still filled in a really good job. Using these products, this pencil is definitely thicker than what I'm used to with like the more precise tip like the ABH Brow Wiz offers, but I really like this brow gel. I think I would rather keep this over this, but there's just so much product in here that I would feel very wasteful. Plus it color matched my brows really nice. I guess it's more of a neutral undertone for a brow pencil than warm or cool. And I guess we'll see how this grips onto my makeup. I have low expectations because Farsali products just haven't really worked out for me. I think they're overrated, overpriced, but I would love for one to actually work out really good for me. For foundation, I have the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I chose this for March because it was going to be a good transition foundation into the more warmer weather. I actually enjoy this foundation. It provides decent coverage and it blends out really nice. It wears really good throughout the day too. Definitely better than their first Shape Tape foundation go around. For some reason, I thought this foundation might have been a little bit darker, but seems to be working out okay. It is definitely a full coverage foundation. I really like how it conceals my redness as well as filling in the pores. I see a little bit of radiance peeking out using that serum, but I definitely feel like I needed maybe another primer to go with it because I feel like this is going to cake and haven't really experienced that with this foundation. I can already see it wanting to break up in certain areas. For some reason I thought it was darker, unless if I have a second one that is darker. I am going to set the face using this MAC powder. This used to be my holy grail powder back in the day. I feel like this is way past its time, but it sets the face really nice. I don't know why, I just kind of let this powder sit for so long. I don't even know if they still make this or if they've repackaged or if it has a new name, but I didn't see anything growing in here, so pass the visual test. Now, will it pass the wear test is the question. I mean, it's setting the face just fine. I don't see any issues right now. The face definitely looked a lot heavier than I would want it to, but I think it's because I need an actual primer and not just this. Maybe I'm gonna push this into April's to try it with a primer as well. And if it doesn't pass that test, maybe it'll pass the declutter test. But I still like this, and maybe I can still get away with this mineralized skin finish that is old as shit. I know using expired makeup is not the best practice. I may or may not break out. That's where my primer went. Okay, I wanted to rotate a little bit more than just using my Urban Decay Potion Primer, and I felt like this primer was actually starting to dry out. This is the Priming is Everything from the balm, and I hate its packaging. Like, why would you make a tacky primer in this type of packaging? Why can't you just make a compact or something? That is my biggest gripe with this, because I feel like it's already drying out and I'm not going to get the most use out of it. I mean, I have had it for a few months now, but still. I've had these tubes of potion primer longer and no issues. Plus, I feel like I have to really build up this primer because I just don't feel like I ever have enough, which is weird because it's super tacky, but I don't know. I like it, I just hate this packaging. I chose out two eye palettes to use. I'm gonna create a neutral look on like my lids and then smoke it out with a more colorful look using the Mini Breaker palette. Mini Breaker has been highly requested, so that's why I put it in, because I am late to the party getting it. I'm thinking of just testing on a lower lash and putting it in April because the color story does scream spring. I'm a little nervous for this palette because I don't know how much use I will get out of it. That's why I do want to pair it with Mini Breaker to see how it looks with like pops of color. This shade that has a lot of kick up, we're gonna start with it, and it's gonna be a super light transition shade. It doesn't even show upon me. Off to a great start. You know, I had a feeling with this palette, but I have every Juvia's Place palette. There's only like one or two that I haven't used in my collection. One of them being the Nubian 3, and that's the one that is a lot cooler with like pops of coral. I don't even know where to begin using that palette. My friend Renee suggested doing a palette bingo with it, and I'm low-key a little terrified just because I don't know how the shades are going to work with each other. Every time I look at that palette, I'm like, what do I do? Like, I just feel so uninspired with that palette. I mean, I'm feeling that same way with here. I feel like I just keep dipping in just to build up for like no payoff. This one's pressed a little bit harder due to like less kickback, and maybe, just maybe, deepening over here. Does that even do anything? I am running out of ideas with this dang palette, but how are you guys doing? I really appreciate your really sweet comments and love during this time. I've actually started playing Animal Crossing, and it has been so therapeutic. I have a bunch of friends that play it, and we all like visit each other's islands. I have been completely hooked on that game, so it has definitely been helping me during this time. I would love to know what you guys have been doing during this time. If you have any Netflix, Hulu shows or movies. I haven't watched any new shows. I'm mainly just watching Disney Plus. I don't really know what's going on in the crease. Maybe let's try this peach shimmer. Okay, so the shimmers are worth it. Eyes, I have the Tarte Easy on the Eyes for the lower lash, and then my douche eyeliner. I was looking for this as well. I'm gonna move it to Project Pan because it was dying, then it rejuvenated, so it's just being a douche. Had to go back over a few times, but it's still pretty alive and well. I actually really like this eyeliner. I got an IPSY and it does glide on super nice on the waterline, no tugging, doesn't cause my eyes to water, and it actually has pretty decent staying power to it. At first I thought it didn't retract, but it actually does, so I do like that feature to it. And I think from Jawbreaker, I originally wanted to take Purple Punch, but I feel like that might be too dramatic, so I might take Foreplay instead. I feel like this look looks a lot better with that pop of color. And since we're already being dramatic, I think I'm gonna take Oral for the inner corners. I'm gonna spray this shade as well. The shade does need to be built up because it is a beautiful duochrome. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe double scoop could have helped a little bit in the crease to build up, maybe even slice or hot fudge. So I'm gonna keep these two palettes in the next rotation just to explore a little bit more before do I decide of just depotting the shimmers and throwing away these mattes. They are very, very light and are barely showing up on my skin tone. To complete the eyes, I'm gonna take the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I think I'm actually going to move this into Project Pan as well. The last time I used it, it was very dry. It still seemed like it had a couple uses out of it, but it makes me so sad. I feel like this dried out super quick on me. But I do enjoy it. It's just I rather buy the L'Oreal Voluminous Paradise instead. It's essentially the same mascara for half the cost. Or Essence's Lash Princess. That is so good, and that's like $3, $4. That was definitely a repurchase. It was so good. Normally I don't repurchase mascaras because we get them a lot in subscription boxes. For bronzer, I definitely wanted to revisit this number 7 bronzer. It's the only product by number 7 that I have tried. I don't know what possessed me to buy this bronzer. I was ordering stuff from Target one day and it popped up and I was like, sure, why not? That bronzing shade looks really nice and I have loved it. I forgot about it and here it is, making its reappearance once again. My only gripe with this is it hard panned. I haven't noticed any difficulties trying to bronze using it hard panned. It's just a nice bronze. You can build it up or you can just leave it as it is. I did use like 1.5, 2 coats-ish on both sides. More like 2 coats now that I'm making the full round. But I really like this. Very underrated in my collection and I just don't appreciate it nearly as much. This is my replacement blush and one of my Glow Addicts. I really like this shade. That was my replacement one than the one that I was originally gonna get. It was like a bright ass hot pink and I was like, oh, not gonna use that. But it definitely has a more satin finish to it, but it's peach and I do enjoy peach blushes. Oh yeah, there's definitely a glow to here, so maybe it could be paired with more of a matte blush and this can be a topper. But I like how natural this is. Yeah, that serum definitely needs a primer with it. My makeup is breaking up around my nose and this blush is emphasizing the texture we got going. Highlighter, absolute favorite. I think I'm going to take this shade Ambrosia. It just calls me. Yes. Nice and glowy. I do enjoy a dramatic highlight. It's a nice glow to it. This is my first time trying a Sigma product that isn't one of their brushes. I guess I'm trying to make spring happen because I chose more neutral lips. I know that's very unlike me. I have this Nature's Cartel lipstick that I got at IPSY. It swatched really nice and creamy, but when I put it on my lips, it was super dry. So I want to pair it with this Gerard Cosmetics gloss. This is in the shade Pouty Princess, and I feel like these shades will go nice together. Yeah, it's just so dry. Where's my lipstick broken? I think it is, and that's why I'm having difficulties applying because it's wiggling. I like this lip shade a lot. I just don't like how it applies. I find the component super challenging because it's even broken because it's wiggling, so it's making it even more of a challenge, but it feels super dry on the lips. Hopefully this gloss can help. I mean, I get it, matte lipstick, but it's like uncomfortably dry. I forget that the Gerard Cosmetics glosses have a light, And then where it says peel off here, peel it off and use it as a mirror. Their glosses smell so good too, like candy. I think this gloss definitely saved that lipstick because I am really liking how the lips are looking. They look really nice and juicy and full. So I guess the lipstick will live to tell another story. Only using this gloss though. But for setting spray, I chose out the Wander Beauty Glow Getter Mist. I actually really like this. I got this in Boxy Pop-Up, and at first I was like, ooh, that's a weird component. It sprays so nice, and I gotta give it to Wander Beauty. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Feels so nice on the face. It smells good. It's just a really good droplet and radius combination that I really like in my setting sprays, and my Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day in Mango is getting really low. Once this runs out, I think this is going to take its place full time. As you can tell, I still have a lot of products that need to be tested out from both February and March still. I'm gonna add a few more products. Maybe some of these will come back in just for further use because I really only used them this one time in March. I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash recap video. It was a lot of fun just giving you guys my reactions to these products. Some of these were first time uses, some of them I just haven't used in so long. I definitely have an idea of what is going to stay a little bit longer and what might be on the chopping block next. Sorry, Juvia's Place, that makes me so sad too. That and the Farsali were just like the two products that did not work out for me. I also have some more ideas for the Farsali to work out, and if it doesn't work out with that next trick, then sadly Farsali will have to be let go. I would love to know if you guys do Shop My Stash, and what is your Shop My Stash style? Do you guys choose it every week, bi-weekly, or you do it monthly like myself? Do we have any of the same products in March's rotation? I would love to know what you're pulling out for April, and let me know in the comments what products do you think are going to be chosen for April's Shop My Stash. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.